coffee, even smoker's breath, all handled. With Zellman's, you get the confidence of fresh, clean breath that lasts for hours because your breath should be as fresh as your food. Zellman's is only available online, so go to Zellmans.com. That's Zellmins.com and use code FRESH for 15% off your first order. That's Zellmins.com with code FRESH for 15% off your first order today. Backed by a 100% love it or your money back guarantee.
As the U.S. military continues an operation off the Venezuelan coast targeting illegal drug traffickers with more than 20 strikes, blowing up boats, killing dozens of alleged narco-terrorists, several airlines have canceled flights to and from Venezuela. The operation also led to new controversy. 6 Democrats posted a video that angered President Trump, urging members of the military to consider refusing to carry out orders that are unconstitutional.
All 6 Democrats, 2 Senate and 4 House members have been called traitors by President Trump, who said on social media their actions are punishable by death. Michigan Senator Alyssa Slotkin said she's concerned about troops in cities, but she also believes
there are some legal gymnastics that are going on with these Caribbean strikes and everything related to Venezuela.
Republican Congressman Michael McCall of Texas said he doesn't think there's anything illegal about the operations on Venezuelan ships.
To stop a threat, in this case, the threat of drugs coming into our country.
Studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday. It is the Thanksgiving week edition of the Valley's Morning News Radio for South Texas. Show producer Fred Cruz. I'm Sergio Sanchez, and we got AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. Yeah, he's got some explaining to do. All this heat. So is it going to stay hot all week? Thanksgiving week? I don't think so. I think might be changing things up by Wednesday, but we'll see what he has to say. He'll be joining us in about 3 minutes, so stay with us. An employee of Brownsville's U.S. Attorney's Office, Karen Olvera de Leon, facing charges for an alleged act of terrorism. Investigators say that she allegedly provided the identity of a federal agent to viewers watching a live stream of an early June enforcement operation by the feds in Cameron County. Another viewer reportedly made a death threat during the live stream, and that resulted in the terrorism charge against Olvera de Leon. She was also charged with tampering with or fabricating evidence during an arraignment, and she was released after posting $20,000 bond. At 7:06 on the Valley's Morning News. The Supreme Court temporarily blocking a lower court ruling that found the Texas congressional map likely was racially discriminatory.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton made the request. The order, signed by Justice Samuel Alito, will remain in place for at least the next few days while the court considers whether to allow the map favorable to Republicans to be used in the midterm elections. It was those maps that caused state Democrats over the summer to flee Texas for weeks. And they were drawn at the urging of President Trump, designed to net 5 more seats for the GOP. This week, a district court panel tossed them out and sided with the plaintiffs, who said the newly drawn districts diluted minority voting strength, and they didn't buy Texas' argument that the maps were drawn for purely political reasons. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
Some America and Texas first. minded conservatives are cheering some big changes that are coming to Texas public schools.
The State Board of Education is revamping history classes. The advisory board includes several conservative activists. Mandy Drogan with the Texas Public Policy Foundation pushed back on the idea that these appointments are politically motivated.
They are historians. They are curriculum developers. They are well-educated individuals.
The board earlier this month approved new social studies standards that focus more on Texas and U.S. history and less on world history, geography, and cultures.
More than 300 students in Nigeria abducted by gunmen at a private Catholic school on Friday. The students range from ages from 10 to 18 years old. New reports saying that 50 of these kids are believed to have escaped. This comes after President Trump has warned of possible U.S. military action in Nigeria over the mass killing of Christians. Back to this side of the world, more airlines are canceling flights to Venezuela. As you heard on Fox News, the president of the Venezuelan Airline Association is saying that airliners from Spain and Portugal, Chile, Colombia, Brazil, many of them have suspended their flights to Venezuela. Turkish Airlines also canceling flights through this coming Friday, this following the Trump administration weighing more military options against Venezuela. It's 7:09 on the Valley's Morning News. And Black Friday, just around the corner. Good for deals, but this report says it's bad for your brain.
The day after Thanksgiving shopping is a rite of passage for many, a seek and purchase mission for deals. But psychologists say you better have a plan because the day is designed to overwhelm your brain with decision making, and the pressure of a deal lowers the threshold of the word no. Officially, it's called the speed accuracy trade-off, and you're doomed the second you enter a store. So be on the lookout.
Yeah.
I'm Bree Tennis.
An easy way to solve it, just stay home. Go walk the neighborhood, walk the dog. That's the way to walk down dinner. Or go play some football. The time is 7:09. It is AccuWeather with the time, and we want to say thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farmer Ranch. It's 7 o'clock AccuWeather with Purina Feed. It is the best, and that's why Dougie and the crew, they carry it at Martin Farm and Ranch. AccuWeather for Purina Feed, Martin Farm and Ranch, Edinburgh and Monte Cristo. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina is joining us, and let's see here. I'm looking for, I guess the chance of rain is gone for now, right, Jason? We had a little bit this past weekend.
Tuesday night.
Yeah, Tuesday night's the next one,
Yeah, Tuesday night.
I sent you a picture of McAllen, Mission, Edinburgh.
Yeah, a little dark.
Yes, yeah, it was nice. And as a result, I don't think it got as hot on Saturday as a result. So we got a little bit of rain on Saturday. So Tuesday night, that's the cool front on Tuesday night.
Correct.
Okay, so how bad do you think it might be? The thunder shower activity right here.
We're calling for a spotty storm at that point. Not too bad. The front is held up to our north right now. It's just sort of lingering, and just going to kind of sit there for the next day and a half until it finally decides to finish pushing through Tuesday night there. So I think we'll sap a lot of the energy out of that thing. Looking at the radar right now, there's pretty good line of storms from, Dallas southwestward back down to about Brady, and that's where it really kind of falls apart. So we're on the tail end of it, so it shouldn't be as bad for us as far as energy is concerned. So I don't think we'll have too much in the way of thunderstorms.
Well, take us to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then highs and lows for Thanksgiving weekend. What do you see for us?
Yeah, so Wednesday, of course, big travel day, mostly cloudy, breezy for us, 75. Northeast winds 10 to 20 miles an hour throughout the day, though. So if you're going to be driving, make sure you keep a good grip on the steering wheel. Wednesday night, mostly cloudy, down to 60. The winds will subside quite a bit. Thursday for Thanksgiving, pleasant, less humid, clouds and sun, 77. Thursday night after Thanksgiving, partly cloudy, comfortable, down to 65. Lots of clouds Friday, breezy in the afternoon, again, back with the 10 to 20 mile an hour winds from the east-southeast, 78 for a high Friday. A little warmer Saturday. We're going to jump up to the mid-80s. Still for Sunday as well. Both days dry. Then as we head into the beginning of next week. Oh, wow. That's December, by the way.
That's right.
Wow. Cloudy.
It's
pretty
here.
warm Monday, mid-80s. Mid-80s Tuesday. Wednesday of the first week of December, back down into the upper 70s.
Okay, that's when the cool front finally gets us again. If you're traveling Texas, let's say you're going to the DFW area, They're going to have temperatures 40s and 50s, 50s highs, 40s lows overnight. And for Central Texas, San Antonio area, I did a quick fish on this. So they're looking at maybe upper 40s, highs in the 60s. Same thing for Houston, upper 40s. And highs
Dallas,
in the 60s.
59 Wednesday.
Yeah.
60 on Thursday, 58 Friday.
Nice and chilly. So for highs.
Yeah,
highs.
And then
yeah,
let's rock.
Not too bad. And again,
SAT is
travel
soon
weather from what I
coming
see as well. Not much moisture as far as travel to those major destination points for Texas. As far as the menu for today, oh, by the way, like you need to be reminded, you've been listening to the forecast all morning. Highs mid-90s again today, low to mid-90s today. That's the AccuWeather forecast. And I got nothing for you except sardines. On the menu, the national menu for today. So get some crackers, get some lemon, lime. There you go.
Have you ever seen, and I can't pronounce the name of it, but it's like the most disgusting food ever. It's some sort of putrefied fish or something. It starts with an S. It's like schlum something. I'll have to look it up. You got to look up some videos of people trying to eat it.
No, I'll look it up. I won't taste it though.
No.
And I'm sure it smells awful as well when you open up the can. All right, pal. We'll check in with you next hour. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on 710 KURV. Time is 7:14 on the Valley's Morning News. You tell me, Maestro. You want one more? One more. Here we go. So let's talk about Turkey Day then. Here we go. So we're just a few days away from Turkey Day, from Thanksgiving feast. So how much are we paying for it?
New numbers show that for the third year in a row, the cost for a turkey and all the trimmings is on the decline. Gary Joyner with the Texas Farm Bureau says that turkey prices are down 16%.
That is a main driver for the lower cost for the overall meal.
But he says some things are more expensive this year. The cost for sweet potatoes is up 37%. Their annual study found that the average Texas family will spend $47.11 to feed a family of 10.
Michael Ward with that report. Time is 7:14. This is the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. Also you've got us pretty much on all platforms, right, Freddie? X and YouTube and then Face. Okay, so 710 KURV, Face, YouTube, and X Live. Join us there as well. If you have the recorded version, you can rewind. Up next on the Valley's Morning News, a recent conversation with a representative from the Fed office in Texas. From a border perspective, the evolution of the Texas border economy over the past 30 years. Lots of manufacturing and lots more on the way, especially high tech. That's next on the Valley's Morning News.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best, better taste, better nutrition.
News Talk 710 KURV, a Radio United digital media and broadcast station. Go Texans!
You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Got a big thumbs up from my friend Cesar Aguirre over at McAllen. Both says, yeah, put us in for NFL. So here we go. 710 KURV is your home for Westwood One coverage of the NFL tonight. Monday night, it's the Panthers visiting the 49ers. And then we got a triple header on Thanksgiving Thursday. We got a Black Friday game as well. The NFL Thursday, Sunday, Monday night games on 710 KURV. From the Federal Reserve Bank in Dallas, economist Jesus Cañas is my guest, and he has 26 years of experience at the Fed as an economist. Specifically, your research deals with what, Jesus?
Yes, cross-border manufacturing,
Okay.
and how the Texas side of the border benefits from manufacturing activity on the Mexican side of the border.
And there's some similarities in West Texas, El Paso area, with what is taking place over here in McAllen, Brownsville as well. We've got a lot of multinational firms on the other side. Have you noticed an evolution in the type of companies recruited, leaving, arriving? What have you seen in West Texas and in your area?
Yeah, it's happening as we speak. It looks like there is an evolution in what we used to manufacture along the border, right? It looks like low value added manufacturing related to the automotive industry is kind of leaving the region.
What would that be? What type of components would that be?
I'm specifically talking about wire harness manufacturing. You know, all the wires that go into the into the
little things,
automotive.
lug nuts, the buttons, lug nuts, wires, things like that.
Yes, yes, and they could be very complicated, right? They are long and very specific, but it's kind of low value added in terms of the process, right? And it's very sensitive to wages, right? And as you know, wages have been growing in real terms along the Mexican border, right? Even more than in the rest of the country. Talking about, I mean, in terms of minimum wage, in the last 7 years, about 180% growth in minimum wage in real terms, which is the first time in many years, right? So it's more expensive now to manufacture along the border, right? And some of these companies are kind of, looking for the best deal, I guess. But at the same time, other industries are evolving, right? And right now, particularly the electronics industry, is kind of manufacturing more to cater for the AI boom, right? So what these guys do, they do electronic components, right? And this is along the Texas-Mexico border. So those same electronic components, I mean, they do this for the automotive industry, but the same electronic components can also go to this AI-related industry. They call them like peripherals. So we don't manufacture the chip yet, right? So the chip is there, like the one we get from these companies, right? What's the name of this famous one?
NVIDIA?
NVIDIA, right?
Which is setting up in Houston.
Oh, yes,
right?
okay.
Big old plant over here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have the chip there, and then all these other electronic components go around.
All the stuff on
right?
the periphery
Exactly.
that feeds into that. Okay.
Exactly. So it's good for them because the automotive industry is kind of slowing down, right? It's been like that for the last couple of years. So they just do the same, but now for a different client. Right?
So they're easily, it's easy for them to do the pivot then. It's similar in nature, what they do?
Yes, it's easy for them to sell to a new client. What is not easy, all the tariff environment that we are living in, right?
Yeah.
So they are still subject to all that kind of issues that the industry is facing.
Which begs the question, I'm sorry to interrupt on this one, but have you heard perhaps with these, maybe they can just hop, skip, jump the river and set up on the El Paso side or set up in the Laredo side or McAllen, Brownsville side to develop some of that?
Well, it could happen, but it's really hard to do and expensive. I mean, and then in addition to that, we haven't done that kind of manufacturing in years on the U.S. side, right? What normally happens right now is they manufacture the majority of the components, and then the border towns in Texas service that manufacturing trade, right? So about like in a normal year, on average, about $500 billion gross via Texas point of entry. We're talking about 78% of U.S.-Mexico trade by land, right? Yeah. So we here in the border service those trade flows, and that's how the Texas side of the border benefits, right? Providing the service to this trade, and the manufacturing takes place in the Mexican side. still, I mean, we still have some manufacturing operations on the Texas border side of the border, but the majority of the benefit we get from this U.S.-Mexico trade is by servicing those flows.
Jesus Cañas, he's with the Federal Reserve Bank in Dallas, economist. 26 years on the job looking at all this data, the evolution of industry and demographics in Texas as well. Okay, so let's do a little time travel. 26 years ago when you started, some of the numbers that you were working with, some of the industry that you were observing, and fast forward to now where trade policy, yes, where it's some uncertainty. We got to make sure the dust settles on tariffs and all those things. But we have a president who's and White House that's very bullish on bringing manufacturing back. And of course, high tech is coming here, running from California, other regulatory states coming to Texas. The evolution of that we see, like NVIDIA. West Texas has Abilene has some data center. El Paso, you guys got Mark Zuckerberg's some data center for Meta in the El Paso area. So all that high tech is coming to Texas. So do a quick comparison. What comes to mind when you started? Some of the industry and demographic and economics numbers that you were looking at 26 years ago and what we're dealing with right now.
Yes, I have seen this story several times, right? Like the first time it happened was in 2000 when China joined the WTO. I don't know if you remember. So it was kind of it was like a recession along the border, right? And it was a transition period, right? We used to manufacture a lot of these electronic components that used to go, I mean, the ones we used to do here, into cellular phones. I don't know if you remember, all these kind of really low value added electronic components manufacturing. So all that went away, right? It went to Asia particularly.
Ran to China to go produce.
Exactly, and we kind of transitioned to produce for somebody else, and mainly for the automotive industry, right? Electronic components, but now for the automotive industry, a little bit more high value added manufacturing. That happened with the TVs. I don't know if you remember these old TVs, right? So all that kind of manufacturing went away, and then along the border, we kind of evolved to the new kind of TV manufacturing, right? These LCDs and all that. So, and at the end of the day, whatever stayed along the border, stayed because it was the most competitive region of the world to manufacture or service that kind of product, right? So we're going through the same again, right? And it's going to be a lot of creative destruction is the term, right? So some industries go away, and then we develop new industries. The question here is, how long is going to be the transition period, right? This also happened back in 1994. I don't know if you remember when we joined, I mean, when NAFTA came into effect, a lot of the textile manufacturing along the border went away, right? And we evolved to this electronics and automotive related manufacturing. You know, that's how it has happened, right? And now we are in the middle of a new one, right? We are, I think we're well positioned to get there. We have done it in the past, right? We have the know-how. We have top of the world companies on both sides of the border. Electronics, again, this is like an area that is kind of booming right now, and the border looks like it's providing what this boom needs. And then we have this other segment that is medical equipment manufacturing. Excellent. So we are becoming also like a very competitive region to manufacture that kind of product. And then machinery, right, along the border, particularly here along the valley, a lot of machinery equipment continues to be manufactured, and it looks like is one of the sectors that is doing particularly well here in McAllen, Reynosa.
Yeah, and Advantage Texas, with a regulatory environment, and of course being one of the top, if not the top state, one of the top states when it comes to bringing in business.
The business environment.
And high tech. So now it's a question for the leaders and the decision makers on the resources. Now we've got the land, we got the people, we got the institutions, the universities, training institutions. We have all the power and water. That's the big issue right now.
Yeah.
Those questions need to be solved in order to absorb all this industry that is very hungry for power and water as well. But, Advantage Texas now, but these are policy issues I know that are beyond the
Exactly, beyond the Fed.
Yeah.
And this is not just happening here in Texas, but also on the Mexican side, right? There is lots of issues with power, particularly electricity, right?
Yeah.
But again, lots of opportunities to continue collaborating, like all this gas that Texas produces, and it's really cheap, right? It's good price. So there is a pipeline going south, right, to Mexico, and there is an opportunity there to connect that pipeline to these other regions in Mexico where they have more water, right? And if they have a good price gas to produce electricity, could be also a good opportunity for Mexico to do this and then supply the electricity to the U.S. or set up, the same kind of operation between the U.S. and Mexico, right? And the good thing is that we have a lot of experience working together as a region, right? We compete not within each other, but with the rest of the world. Like North America, we complement the manufacturing to be more competitive abroad. We have been doing this for years, and
the potential for maybe expanding some of those manufacturing opportunities to Central America, solving some of the economic struggles that they have, so that they retain their young talent instead of staying over here and set up some of that manufacturing. So it's a new era, not only for America, but a potential depending on how policy works out for Central America as well. Keep in touch. I appreciate you making time for us today. Jesus Cañas with the Federal Reserve Bank up in Dallas. Thanks for joining. You're in tune with the morning news, and this news is service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. U.S. Supreme Court saying the Texas maps, the Republican-friendly Texas maps, can stay as is for now, a decision that is expected to hold for the next several days while this case is reviewed by the High Court. There are concerns about a new flu strain called Subclade K popped up in Asia, already prompting Japan to declare a flu pandemic. And this note from Oklahoma, the new Oklahoma City Monopoly game. You know how they have Monopoly games for all cities, right, Freddie? So you see the Donna Monopoly or the Harlingen Monopoly, right? Right, they do. I saw one for Donna. I don't know what they put on the board, but they have one. So the new Oklahoma City Monopoly game, unveiled just a few days back, did not have the Oklahoma City skyline. It had Tulsa, Oklahoma. The man says, we still love Tulsa, but yeah, that's not us. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KQRV, your station for ball. Sports is next.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Introducing the newest destination for luxury in the Rio Grande Valley, the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. Come visit Michael Fall, General Manager, today and discover the perfect blend of elegance and power in a new C300 sedan. Get yours for just $651 a month for 36 months. Now, during the Holiday Love Celebration at the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. A true triumph of luxury, now open in their exceptional new state-of-the-art location at 8522 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen.
You've got it on the to-do list. I've been telling you for many days now. Pre-plan, prepay that event, that funeral event. It's on the horizon for all of us. We just don't know when the Lord is going to call us home. I can tell you from experience, I am a fan, and I'm very thankful to Mark and Carla McCaleb. That's the McCaleb clan from Weslaco, Texas, McCaleb Funeral Home, 60-plus years. They've helped families negotiate that in time of separation and loss. They have a very unique, very loving approach to all of this, a very caring, very detail-oriented approach to that funeral event. Plan as much as you can, make all the decisions so your family at that time of loss and grief, they don't have to stress about this, and prepay for this event. So that way your family, immediate family, is not facing that stress of having to pay for this as well. Call Carla McCaleb. I'm going to give you a personal number. My mom and dad did this for me many years back before the Lord called them home. And yes, it made a huge difference to just be able to sit there with my immediate family, my wife and the boys and extended family, and just go through that moment. Pre-plan, prepay. It makes a world of difference for your immediate family when the Lord calls you home, or a family member that maybe you can help with this. Call Carla McCaleb. They will come to you, help you pre-plan, prepay. 956-650-2841.
Fall is here. That means flu season is coming. Lee's Pharmacy wants to remind you to get your flu shot. Go to Lee's for all your fall and winter cold needs. Hard to find meds? Go to Lee's. Doctor ordered a special compound med? Go to Lee's. They're one of the few pharmacies that know and carry the compounds needed to make just what the doctor ordered. Lee's Pharmacy also carries medical equipment. So go to Lee's. They've got it. Lee's Pharmacy, giving back to the community that made them great. Lee's Pharmacy at Xenia and 10 and on Ridge Road and First.
Thinking of expanding your business in the Rio Grande Valley or exploring new markets? Consider Harlingen, Texas. The Harlingen Economic Development Corporation can provide you with the resources needed to launch or grow your business. Harlingen is a community that is business ready at the crossroads of opportunity. Located in the heart of the valley, countless businesses take advantage of everything the Rio Grande Valley has to offer from this vantage point. This city is open for business and business friendly. It's a true hub city. That means all four modes of transportation are here: road, rail, air, and water, and the proximity to Mexico through the less congested Los Indios International Bridge provides an enviable advantage when it comes to manufacturing and distribution. From renewable energy to aerospace, logistics and distribution, healthcare, manufacturing, back office operations, and retail, Harlingen has it all. Discover the business and investment opportunities by visiting harlingenedc.com. That's harlingenedc.com. The Harlingen Economic Development Corporation.
News Talk 710 KURV, the pulse of Valley business. Your source for the latest business headlines, expert insights, and all things shaping the Rio Grande Valley's economy. Stay informed, stay connected. News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute. Cowboys made a comeback last night versus the Eagles from trailing 21-0 in the first half to getting the win 24-21, which is tied for the largest comeback in Cowboys history.
Snap and hold, 42-yard kick from Aubrey. The Cowboys have won this football game. Butter, 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 butter. 42 for Aubrey, and the Cowboys win 24-21.
Cowboys face the Chiefs Thanksgiving Day at 3:30. Spurs faced the Suns last night, still down their top guns in Stephon Castle and Victor Wembanyama. But De'Aaron Fox tried to carry this team with his 26 points.
Isaiah Livers has also come in for Phoenix. Fox shoots right over him and drills it for three.
But unfortunately, the Suns had a 37-point third quarter that put the game just too far out of reach. Spurs face off versus the Trailblazers in the group stage of the NBA Cup Wednesday at 9 p.m. I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute.
Matthew Stafford threw for 273 yards, 3 scores as the Rams crushed the Bucs 34-7, improved to 9-2. Baker Mayfield left the game with a shoulder injury. Jahmyr Gibbs rushed for 219 yards, 2 touchdowns to help the Lions rally, beat the Giants 34-27 in overtime. Browns with 10 sacks beat the Raiders 24-10. Shedeur Sanders threw for 209 yards, a touchdown to win his first NFL start. After the game, the Raiders fired offensive coordinator Chip Kelly. The Rangers, according to reports, trading second baseman Marcus Semien to the Mets for outfielder Brandon Nimmo. That's sports. I'm Ronza Moss.
AccuWeather says hot. Chihuahuas. Going to be in the mid-90s today, low to mid-90s. And for tomorrow should be in the upper 80s. And the cool front, when is that? Wednesday. So Wednesday's highs might be in the upper 70s, low 80s, and hopefully upper 70s by Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News. Border Bridge wait times on 710 KURV. Let's see here. So if you're driving back to Brownsville, 30-40 minutes at Gateway and B&M. And if you're driving back to the McAllen Mission Edinburgh area, close to an hour at the Far Bridge and 30-45 minutes at San Luis and Hidalgo. Business news and a check of your money next on 710 KURV, the pulse of Valley business.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in the Cal at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
One phone call, you can discover some very important information when it comes to capital expenditures. The more you wait, the more that potentially that roofing system of yours will erode and be damaged and age and expose you to water. Oh, God forbid. And water getting into your building on top of your expensive equipment, computers, drafts, medical equipment. Yeah, you don't want that. Why don't you make a call to Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing? I'll give you the cell number here in just a little bit, just a few seconds away. Call them, text them, say, hey, Serge was talking about you. I understand that you can send a Chamberlain crew to my many properties and buildings and see if the commercial roof is okay or how weak is it. Haven't checked it in a long time. Just do it. It's free. It's a way to handshake, get top experts from a company that has 125 plus years of experience and brings a bunch of new technology when it comes to commercial roofing to the area. Cutting edge roof installation and repair technology for free. Again, Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing. They will see what's going on with your commercial roofing systems, all those buildings. So give them a call. And if you're building something, yeah, you definitely need the expertise of Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing. The top systems, top workmanship. Again, Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing at ChamberlainLTD.com, 956-655-6178.
Power, performance, and savings. The Coyote year-end clearance event is on now at Rivetta's Machinery in Donham. For more than 50 years and 3 generations, the Rivetta families proudly served the Rio Grande Valley, and today they continue that tradition with Coyote, a name trusted for power, reliability, and value. Right now, they're clearing out Coyote tractors, zero turns, utility vehicles, and compact construction equipment, all at incredible year-end savings. From the small but mighty 21 horsepower models all the way up to the brand new 140 horsepower Coyote HX 1402, they have the right machine for every job and every budget. And with financing as low as 0% interest and zero down payment with approved credit, there's never been a better time to join the Rivetta's family. Go see why generations of hardworking Texans choose Rivetta's for tractors, equipment, and service that go the distance. Visit them on Expressway 83 in Donna between Hutto and Valverde Roads. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Universal's Wicked for Good has tallied an estimated $150 million domestically during its first 3 days in theaters. With international ticket sales, the film is set to surpass $226 million globally. Wicked for Good will continue to collect box office receipts during the Thanksgiving holiday. Apartments.com data says that across the U.S., the average rent for a studio apartment listed on Apartments.com in October was nearly $1,700 a month. A 2-bedroom space had an average rent of nearly $1,900 per month. Airlines say a record 31 million travelers are set to fly over the Thanksgiving period between November 21st through December 1st. Airlines are hoping for a smooth holiday after thousands of flights were disrupted in the federal government shutdown this fall. United Airlines reports bookings for international trips over the holiday hit a record, up 10% from last year. Futures are moderately higher. On Friday, the Dow Industrials gained 364. That's Your Money Now.
Producer Freddie not getting a laugh, or that it's Fox Channel. It's Peter, Fox News. It's Steve Doocy. Thank you, Freddie. I was going to say Peter. Steve Doocy. He's meeting up with some people in the turkey industry. They're featuring. They're in a really nice hotel room with a nice bed. Boy, those turkeys are going to poop all over everything. The turkeys that President Trump is about to pardon, the annual tradition, right? The pardoning of 2 turkeys. I was joking with Freddie. All that's missing is for a federal court to step in and say, no. We say no to that executive order, clearing the way for them to be executed. AccuWeather says highs for today. It should be in the low to mid 90s today and upper 80s for tomorrow. Cool front by Wednesday. Fox News coming up in about 2 minutes. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV, also at Radio Para Mi. Kubota equipment is versatile, long-lasting, dependable. Kubota equipment that you can find at Amigo Power Equipment today with JP and Jeff. The Kubota Z-Series mowers, the Kubota Sidekick utility vehicles, and, of course, the always awesome Kubota, the L-Series compact tractor. That is the number one selling compact tractor in the nation, and you will find it with JP and Jeff at Amigo Power Equipment. Now, I'm going to, again, inform you of some special financing offers and some big savings in the thousands of dollars. All this information you can find at KubotaUSA.com, or just stop by and visit with JP and Jeff right now at Amigo Power Equipment. They're on Monte Cristo in Edinburgh. You can take home some select Kubota equipment at 0% down, at 0% financing, if you qualify, of course, and save up to $4,500. Take advantage of the big savings now at Amigo Power Equipment on Kubota. Again, 0% financing. Save up to $4,500 on select equipment now through December 31st at Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburgh, Monte Cristo.
Come into Volvo Cars Edinburgh today and find the Volvo that's right for you. Shop from a great selection of Volvos today. Get comfortable in the incredible new 2026 Volvo XC40 with all the technology and innovation that makes the Volvo brand stand out from the rest. Lease one today for just $399 a month. That's right, $399 a month. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Volvo Cars Edinburgh. Dale gas!
Hi there, my name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions, huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
News that affects you and your family.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
It is the Monday edition of the Valley's Morning News. You're in tune to News Talk 710 KURV, also at Radio Para Mi. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz. We got AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on standby. So he's serving up temperatures in the low to mid 90s today. Cool front by Wednesday. Hopefully we can throttle back those temperatures about 15 to 20 degrees by Wednesday. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump expected to welcome Ukrainian President Zelensky to the White House as soon as this week. Fox's Madeline Rivera has more on the effort by Secretary of State Marco Rubio to stop Russia's war.
A joint statement says there's now a refined peace framework after yesterday's talks. Rubio says they're working from an earlier document that the U.S. put together weeks ago with input from Russia and Ukraine, and that's notable after a bipartisan group of lawmakers said this was not a U.S. proposal.
Court date in Brooklyn, New York for suspended Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups and former NBA player Damon Jones. Feds accused them of being connected to a mafia-backed poker and gambling scheme. And reggae singer Jimmy Cliff dies at the age of 81. Star since the 1960s, he carried the sound of Jamaica to a world stage. America's listening to Fox News.
The Supreme Court temporarily blocking a lower court ruling that found the new Texas congressional map likely was racially discriminatory.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton made the request. The order, signed by Justice Samuel Alito, will remain in place for at least the next few days while the court considers whether to allow the map favorable to Republicans to be used in the midterm elections. It was those maps that caused state Democrats over the summer to flee Texas for weeks. They were drawn at the urging of President Trump, designed to net 5 more seats for the GOP. This week, a district court panel tossed them out and sided with the plaintiffs, who said the newly drawn districts diluted minority voting strength, and they didn't buy Texas' argument that the maps were drawn for purely political reasons. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
And it seems that more Americans are getting diagnosed and living with cancer.
Nearly 1 in 10 American adults can say they've had cancer. A new Gallup survey finds the percentage of people who say they've been diagnosed with cancer is 9.7%, a sharp jump from the 7% reported in 2009. While diagnoses are up, mortality is down. The American Cancer Society says the overall cancer death rate dropped 1.7% each year from 2013 to 2022. I'm Rory O'Neill.
News Talk 710 KURV is your home for NFL football Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night. I want to say thank you to our friend Cesar Aguirre. He said, count me in. He's okay. So we got McAllen Bolts providing us Sunday, Monday, Thursday night football. We got a triple header on Thursday. Join us for that. Also a Black Friday game. So NFL on 710 KURV. Let's say you missed the Barbacoa Sunday. Some of y'all have that tradition. You missed, oh man, you're too busy. Well, they're waiting for you at El Pato this morning. They got barbacoa for you, barbacoa tacos, the awesome patos, the flour tortilla fresh off the skillet filled with a wonderful barbacoa. And don't forget that El Pato red sauce, a wonderful salsa they put in there. Could be your breakfast right now in combination with a bag full of other breakfast tacos at El Pato, the patos with bacon and egg, potato, chorizo, ham, you name it. Put those ingredients in there. Right now at every El Pato restaurant, the seasonal pork tamales, as awesome, as delicious, as great the food is, it goes down really good. The tostadas, everything, the patos, the carne guisada, everything goes down so good, tastes awesome. It seems like it's a Maz recipe. The seasonal pork tamales or bags. If you're going somewhere to a meeting, don't forget, take a bag and take that. It's like a football-sized pack of tamales. Pork tamales, only $9.99 for the season, for the holiday season. And don't forget all the wonderful chefs, the South Texas Tex-Mex chefs. They will be off on Thanksgiving, so get your tamales early at every El Pato restaurant.
Fall is here. That means flu season is coming. Lee's Pharmacy wants to remind you to get your flu shot. Go to Lee's for all your fall and winter cold needs. Hard to find meds? Go to Lee's. Doctor ordered a special compound med? Go to Lee's. They're one of the few pharmacies that know and carry the compounds needed to make just what the doctor ordered. Lee's Pharmacy also carries medical equipment. So go to Lee's. They've got it. Lee's Pharmacy, giving back to the community that made them great. Lee's Pharmacy at Zini and 10 and on Ridge Road and First.
They said copies for a penny couldn't be done. We said, watch us. Total Imaging Solutions. We're flipping the script on printing. Whether you're a small business or a big operation, it doesn't matter.